So a lot of you guys have asked me for voiceover versions of these video guides. This is the first one I've done. I've only done text before, so if you like this kind of content instead, make sure to show us lots of love and subscribe. And if it does really well, I'll continue to do voiceovers instead. I just won 2023 Worlds.
2 years in a row! Luminosity from North America, let's go! LG stands for let's go. You're not wrong there, Spraggles. LG said, making it back, we never left.
So that was absolutely insane. In Japan, it was so amazing. My team is the only world champions in Unite. I had the Lapras meme about it, so I thought it'd be fitting to do a Lapras video for everyone.
Slash, what was the secret sauce here for Luminosity Gaming to have such a dominant tournament run?
Lapras.
On Lapras, I recommend going to stack, as I do in every kind of Pokemon you're playing stacking. But Lapras is unique, where you can actually stop the opponents from stacking if you determine that you can kill him. So the Bulbasaur kind of griefed walking into us. It's just an easy kill. And then we can go to stack. We're already almost fully stacked, so this lane is going really well. Let's talk about how to secure for a second. Secure at level 3, there are 2 different ways you can do it. So both ways involve preparing your boosted auto, as that's going to be your best secure. When it's low, you use Whirlpool into ice sharding the enemy into boosted auto. Otherwise, if you want to burst it and it's not that low, you should prepare your boost auto into Whirlpool into ice shard on the farm. So depending on the scenario, one is going to be better than the other. Alright, back to the laning phase. So where you're going to go now after stacking at the start is going to differ based on the lane state who you're facing. But in general, you just want to make sure to stay alive once it's past 9-10. It's fine to die if it's before 9-10, but make sure not to die. You just want to get as much farm as possible on the enemy side without losing too much of your health. You want to make sure you're full health for bees. So here I'm making sure I'm on time for bee spawn. We see the jungler top side, so I can just go for a quick score here. Again, you want to get as many stacks in as possible, as early as possible, so you don't have to get them later in the game. I did go water pulse, and we can now talk about the difference in what builds to run. So if you're playing Defender Lapras in the Defender spot in competitive, this is a build I recommend running: Focus Span, EXP Share, Slick Spoon, with either Potion or X Speed. Potion is really good if you have like a comfy or non-healer on your team, so you're not going to receive much healing. Otherwise, X Speed is probably better if you have like a Hoopa, Eldegoss, Blissey that can heal you a lot. For solo queue though, I recommend no EXP Share. You can run special attack specs instead of that EXP Share for Water Pulse, Bubble Beam. However, most of the time in solo queue, you're going to be playing carry, so you want to go Perish, Saw Ice Beam, which is a way better build. And with that, you can run Muscle Band instead of Focus Band with special attack specs plus Slick Spoon. Again, you can go X Speed or Potion, but I do recommend X Speed in solo queue. It's just going to be better blind into a lot of comps because you don't know what the enemy team is going to run. So at this point in the game, top is fairly even, and we're a hard winning bot. So I'm just pressuring pads so we can kill him, score the points. Scoring points is huge, so that 30 is absolutely massive. We get the Zero Aura Focus Band here as well. And now that the Zero showed bot, I know that there's probably no one in mids, especially because the Intellion's already there. We see no one. So I am going to go farm these real quick. But you have to keep in mind to be careful at mid Bs that they can push the lane and be very ready. So as soon as they show on the map, I X speed down to make sure we cover the pad, because again, you really don't want to let point scorers in. That's the biggest mistake I see people make, is they let so many unnecessary scores in. And trust me, it's making your games way harder. So I do manage to kill the Venusaur, but I do go down for it. So they will probably be able to clean up the Dragonair at least. So it turns out to be a good trade for us. At this point, you have 3 people heading bot, so I think that I can run top because these top Reggies are actually very good in solo queue. In competitive, they're not as good, but you kind of want to give some priority to them. And top is now losing pretty hard, so it needs some help, and I'm very, very fed. I'm 6 stack Lapras, level 7 at 7 minutes as a laner. So at this point, I see a lot of people bot, so I figure I can just start the top Reggie. And the goal here is going to be for me to try to get level 9 as soon as possible, because I'm already split lane, so I can't really help the bottom people too much. until I hit level 9, and then I can just Unite move down. And I knew this random was gonna try to grief, so I queued up my score as fast as possible because I knew that Venusaur was gonna try to grief. I had some randoms today score 4-point overcap instead of my 40 points when no one was there, and I got so triggered. Please, like, we need to educate randoms somehow, guys. Like, so here I just invade their Audinos because that's very important to take away their comeback XP. As soon as they show, I just Unite move out, and they're trying to fight me, but I'm very, very fed, so the Venusaur comes and helps out, but I probably didn't need it. And again, invading their side to get all their farm is very important, guys, especially if you break these pads really early on. They're gonna have more levels than you if you don't do something. You can't just stay passive. If you just let them farm their side, which I know a lot of solo queue players won't, but against better players, they will know how to just farm their side. Every minute they're getting 5 Audinos, you're getting nothing. So it's very important to invade their side. So the play I did at the top Audinos, where I ult just to get a couple Audinos and get out safely, is a very good play. You want to do that in your games to deny experience from the enemy team. It's going to make your games a lot easier. And you can see here, now because we played so aggressively on their side, I stole their buffs, I stole their Audinos. They're still very low level. Dragonite has not even hit level 9 yet. And my team is griefing a bit though. They literally all died. I do have Lapras Unite, but I figured I could not Lapras Unite in time to stop the Mewtwo. I just tried to sneak a score in, but it is too late, unfortunately. So I'm just going to Lapras Unite up and kill this Mewtwo anyways, since I know where he is. And he's probably worth a lot of experience since he just killed my entire team. I managed to save the Venusaur. And just using your Unite moves when they're off timer on Lapras is very important, because you have the fastest, like, I think it's the fastest, if not one of the fastest Unite moves in the game. Maybe Delphox Unite is a little faster. So just using it on cooldown is going to be the best strat for you to do. Just because if you don't use it, like, you're basically losing a Unite move if you wait like 40 seconds. Because every 40 seconds you can get a Unite move, especially if there's a lot of farm around you. So again, just invading their side to get their Audinos. Although this enemy team isn't really farming their side that much, so it doesn't matter as much. But it's still good to get into the habit of that, because against good players, they will know to do that. So here, I'm just going to split again until I get my Unite move, try to score 50 points. I see them all top, so I ignore the blue buff for now and try to score. However, the Mewtwo unites to stop me, and the Zera backed, so that's unfortunate. I do try to Unite move up, but the Zera blocks me, so that was well played by Zera. Here, I'm going to try to secure the blue buff. You can see, like, sometimes I actually kite out because I don't want to damage it too much with one of my water pulses. So I can instead use my next water pulse to secure. There are 4 people on me, so I have to X speed out here. But I am so fed on Lapras. I'm level 13 at 3 minutes. So I should be fine. However, it is Mega Mewtwo X. So he does pull me in and I eventually die, but he dies for it. So it's honestly a worth trade to get our Mewtwo ahead. And you can see we still have a pretty big point lead, and the experience is much in our favor. We have 2 level 13s, they only have 1 level 13. So I see the enemy team trying to push bot pad, and I see that my teammates kill them, so I decided I can just go top here. There's going to be top Bs, so remember, Bs spawn around like 3 minutes. And usually it's in like the middle of the lane at like 247 at this point. So I use my Lapras Unite just because it's going to be more efficient to farm. And I calculate that there's enough farm where I'm just going to get my Lapras Unite back. So I do have to make sure to outlast hit my teammate Pikachu here. But because I use my Unite, I'm more efficiently farmed everything on the map. And I'm going to hit level 14 for Ray now. So little stuff like that is going to be very important, because if I did not do that, I would not be level 14. And level 14 is huge. Like, that gives you so much health, so much damage. Like, do not underestimate how good levels are. So you can see I'm just gonna take my Unite soon. So I'm just gonna use it on spawn because I see them pushing bot, and I hit a 3-man Lapras Unite into a bubble beam, and they all blow Unites. But my Venusaur managed to kill one before the fight even started. So this fight is just absolutely bricked for them. There's nothing they can do. The Mewtwo kills their enemy team Mewtwo in the Rayquaza pit, and it's pretty much a wrap from that point. Now we're just going to hit the Rayquaza, but you don't want to hit it too much. They do have a good secure. However, randoms do not know this, so they're going to keep hitting it. I tried to use my Bubble Beam to stun the Venusaur, but he does a good job kiting. But because of that extra time he had to run away from my Bubble Beam, he couldn't time his Unite move in time anyways. There was probably a small window for him to time it well. But again, like, when you're playing like Pokemon with the CC, make sure to try to save that CC to stun an enemy Pokemon a lot of the time instead of trying to use it to secure, because my Bubble Beam doesn't do much of a secure, but if I can deny the Venusaur Unite, which is a really good secure, then it is so much more worth. So I'm just going to go here, hit a 4-man Unite, and I'm level 15, so there's not much they can do. Their enemy Mewtwo's level 15 too, but it's just a battle of who's more broken, and I end up on top. I kill 3 of them, 1v4, and that is GG. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you like voiceover better, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.